Hello, I'm Jo Natoli, Principal of the Rental Specialists. Welcome to our 6th video in our 15-part series on the changes to the Residential Tenancies Act in New South Wales that became effective on the 23rd of March 2020. Today we're talking about passing on water usage charges to a tenant and the water efficiency measures that are required at the property in order to be able to pass those charges on to a tenant. For a landlord to be able to pass on water usage charges to their tenant, the property must be separately metered, it must meet the water efficiency measures, and the charges must not exceed the usage amount that is payable by the landlord. A rental property is separately metered if the meter measures the amount of electricity, gas, oil or water supplied or used only at that property, allows a separate bill to be issued by that supplier. For an electricity meter, has an NMI, a national meter identifier. For a gas meter, has an MIRN, a meter installation reference number, or a DPI, which is a delivery point identifier. The NMI, MIRN and DPI are unique numbers the suppliers use to identify the meter installed at the property, and they can be found on the supplier's bill. An important note to keep in mind regarding the meters and the bills that the charges appear on: it is okay to have the charges for two separate meters documented on the one bill. Say for example you have a duplex and there's a separate water meter servicing each side of the duplex, and the water authority only issues one bill instead of two separate bills. This is okay because there is the ability to individually calculate the water consumption of each meter off the bill. On the other hand, if there was a duplex and one meter that services both properties and one bill being issued, then the water consumption charges can't be passed on, as there's no way to calculate the individual consumption for each side of the duplex. Landlords can no longer use flow meters or data loggers or sub-meters to calculate the consumption of utilities. The new laws also include additional water efficiency measures. Already, taps and shower heads in kitchens and bathrooms had to have a maximum flow rate of 9 litres per minute. But from now on, all taps and toilets on the property need to be checked at the start of each tenancy to identify and fix any leaks. This will form part of our job as your property manager when undertaking the ingoing condition report prior to the tenant moving in. Taps and toilets must also be checked whenever any other water efficiency measures are installed or repaired or upgraded, and any leaks must be fixed. Also, by March 2025, all toilets in rental properties must be dual flush toilets with a minimum 3-star WELS rating. Under the old legislation, there were specific rules around how a tenancy could be terminated when a tenant failed to pay their rent, but this did not extend to the payment of other charges such as the water consumption. Under the new regulations, a 14-day termination notice can now be issued to a tenant not only when their rent remains unpaid for at least 14 days, but also when they have unpaid water or utility usage charges. If you'd like any further information about any of these new laws and how they apply to you, please feel free to be in touch with our office. We'd be more than happy to help you.